And Jax, of course, has the added craziness of having his ground pound. Now, the ground pound I, don't usually care to test setups too much with, because I like to watch other people do setups and then make them my own. But then I noticed Omni-Man seems like the perfect match for Jax and his ground pound, because the viltrumite stance is invulnerable to the ground pound. So that means anytime I'm doing any kind of pressure, I can be going like, do anything afterwards, and if the opponent gets, there's a lot of option selects. So if the opponent is getting hit by something, if I hit them out of it, there's a bunch of things we can show, and I think I would make this its own video, but even just a simple situation like this, where I call Jax in during my pressure, if the opponent gets hit here, simple enough, I get to go for my full combo, whatever, pretty chill. But if they were blocking here, they would try to punish me there, and Jax effectively makes me safe. So that's like an easy way of getting this set up, and if I get the hit, then we're in the air, and I get to go for the full combo. On unblock, his unblockable keeps me safe, which is an interesting way of going for it. Or I could make it so that if the opponent is trying to block the Jax ground pound, so maybe I've gone for a poke or something, I can just go into my stance right as Jax is about to hit. I don't know, I'm going for some kind of pressure, Jax is about to hit, I'm in my stance, and then Omni-Man has to do this kind of dodge. But while he's doing that dodge, I can just be mashing one, and as soon as that animation is done, I can go for the grab and get a full combo from the opponent getting hit by the unblockable, which is pretty awesome. But then you might be thinking, well, the opponent can just, do some duck, stance, hold. When the opponent gets hit by Jax like this, they just fall straight to the ground, which is true. But that if the opponent is like definitively crouch blocking against Jax pressure, then you have the chance for going for some other sneaky stuff, like throwing in, every time you summon Jax, you can throw out your big overhead and then, oops, try and jump out of the way. So you can catch them with a lot of overheads, or you can, do like that, use that overhead in that string. Basically the point of Jax is to mix up whether you hit them with the unblockable or an overhead first, because they have to crouch block to be safe, but if I hit them with an overhead that puts them in the air, like a jumping kick that leads to a full combo, that is pretty awesome. So now this pressure, although there are ways to get around it, it's pretty awesome. And because Jax is not hitting them in that situation, he does a bunch more ground pounds, and it just very simply, it works well. And there's a lot of ways that Omni-Man can easily do Jax, even from like a zoning or full screen perspective. It's really useful, because anytime I want to do any of my zips across the screen, it's really awesome, because I can like call Jax while I do this. And now, Jax is behind the opponent, he's not going to get hit out of it, trying to do all his ground pounds. One of them's eventually going to hit the opponent, and it's just a really good way of setting up this, like, unblockable setups. And that also means if I want to do things that, like, actually hit the opponent, I can teleport behind and go for this mid, and then now because I'm behind them, they're not going to hit Jax, and then they'll get hit by the unblockable. There's just yada yada yada, lots of really easy ways to use this, because I just have this viltrumite stance that acts so perfectly with it. Like, even, wait, what, there's like a, you can time it well so they get hit by both things, and it's crazy. There's a lot of stuff that can happen here. Pretty cool.
vehicle.